Alright, welcome to day 98 progression guide. Well, today we finally got a level increase, so I'm thinking we're going to get a level every 9 days. Starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, then you want to go back to build, and then you want to hit claim because you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, don't forget to clear out your island because they reset every Monday. And of course, we got the exchange store and you want to buy your weekly items. Next, you want to do Mia's kitchen and you want to knock out your 4 bounties for the day. Next, we got vitality, starting with joint operation. So for today, we got access to pants, hands, a king, and a crow matrix, so this is actually a pretty good dungeon to do. On top of that, we got access to Sadness Valley, so if you got a good pair of gloves, you might want to do this. Which brings us to interstellar exploration. So remember, you want to check Vera, and you want to also check Aspera, so that way you can get all your stargates. And you want to see if you have a level 3 stargate, and how you can tell is if this weapon battery category has a 3, it's a level 3, and if it has a 2, it's a level 2. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you can always do dimensional trials, and if you need money, you could always do space-time domains. But it may not be bad to go ahead and get max omnium beacons, so that way you can be ready for 80. Next, we have our optionals, and that's giving gifts to your 1.0 characters. You can do that by going to the black market and going to Cetus Island and doing the claw machine and knocking out your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is you want to do your 6 fun zones and you want to do your 6 Greyspace fishers if you can. But if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. But on top of that, since Tower of Fantasy has been nominated for best mobile game, we get 800 dark crystals. And how you can claim that is if you go over to the present and you go to special operations, and then you'll see this TGA nominations, and then you can go ahead and claim your 800 dark crystals. But if you enjoy these daily guides, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way they can spread more on YouTube. Then we got our weekly tab, and you want to do enough things down here so that we can get everything up top, which brings us to our challenges. Now if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. So starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So again, I recommend that you take a look at the weapon bonus. If you have a good weapon bonus, you want to go ahead and do this sneak to next level. And if you can beat that level, you're going to gain 11 levels if your CS is high enough. But after that, you can go ahead and do the sequential Phantasm, but you may want to wait until you reach level 78 so that way you're at max power. Frontier Clash, we got another attempt today, so you can go ahead and knock that out and get some more gear, or you can just wait till the weekend. The Wormhole, we have 3 days left to complete this, so if you're strong enough to do that, you want to make sure you do it. And the raids, now that we're level 77, we can now knock out all 3 of these heroic modes and get those crystal fragments. Void Rest, if this is the first time boss for you, you want to go ahead and knock that out. Apex League, if you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to shop, then buy your 2 vitality solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it, which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So you want to make sure you buy your advanced modules, your booster modules, and your Vera special gift. And then when it comes to your potent omnium crystal, you can consider passing, especially since we get enough to reach the 8.3 suppressor with exploration in the Greyspace. But if you already have an 8.1 suppressor, you may want to consider buying these. But what else you can do with your energy crystal dust is buy a good pair of boots, and if you have a good pair of boots, then I recommend you get hand guards, and if you have a good pair of hand guards, then you can buy whatever else you want. Base time store. Now the only thing that you should probably be doing with your golden crystal fragments is buying combat engines, and with the purple crystal fragments, I recommend that you just save that for 2.1. Crew store. Now the only thing you should be spending your points on are relic shards, and the relics that I recommend are space-time rift, unless you have a level 3, or omnium shield. And how you get crew points is by doing your daily donations and knocking out your 4 missions for the week. Support store. You want to make sure you buy your 3 joint supply chips, and if you can, try to get your proof of purchase and go nucleus. If you need help on how to get return support points, I got a guide on my channel. Point store. Now the only thing I recommend is that you get a spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or Cetus Island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you can consider just buying matrix data packs or weapon batteries. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore Vera, so that way you can get more resources to roll for more characters in the future. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, check out my Saki rolls, but other than that, talk to you guys later.